Okay, we need to talk. Avengers Endgame, it is useless to speculate on it. No matter what we look at, no matter what our sources are, no matter how much detail, how foolproof it is, looking at the trailer, looking at what the director said, the trailer and the directors, everything they say, dissecting them word by word, dissecting the trailer scene by scene, frame by frame, it's useless. That's not how we're going to figure out what's in the movie. In Avengers Infinity War, we had the trailers. We had the scene where he was fighting Iron Man and he had two Infinity Stones in his gauntlet. We see that he got the first Infinity Stone and he already had one. And then we had the purple and we're speculating, could he have it on Thor's ship? And then he has two. So, and all this other stuff. We're speculating about the scene where they're all charging in Wakanda. We had all these different speculations. All wrong. There's certain things we can figure out. Like it being a two-parter, we're pretty sure that Thanos was going to go. Anyone could have assumed it being a two-parter, even though this didn't say part one, part two, it was still a two-parter. I knew going in, I still cried, it still shocked me, I knew. There's certain things we can always assume. The snap was one of them. We could assume that there was going to be a snap. We could also, because this is the MCU, and Black Panther, Spider-Man, they're coming back. We know there's going to be a way to bring them back, to reverse the snap. Still doesn't make Infinity War pointless. It was still a great movie that made me cry, but we can always assume that we know it's set in stone. These trailers, look, the trailer for Infinity War, they knew we were going to break it down frame by frame. They intentionally did things to divert our attention to it. The Infinity Stones. They removed it. So we were speculating on Infinity Stones, on how many he might have. They designed it for us to focus on the wrong things. The movie wasn't exactly what we got in the trailers. That was on purpose. We can't trust them because of the name Endgame. They told us no one had guessed the name. Endgame was the second most guessed name. There's no way they didn't know about it. They said it wasn't guessed. They said it wasn't 2 words. Endgame, 2 words. They said it wasn't 2 words. They said it wasn't said in any of the other Avengers movies. It was said in Avengers Age of Ultron, and it was famously said in Infinity War. It's not like they didn't know that one. We can't trust what the directors say. We can't trust what the trailer says. Yes, they digitally removed a body in the scene where you have the people walking out looking above. That scene may not even happen. We don't know. There's scenes in there that may not happen. There's a lot of scenes that aren't even a part of the movie. We're looking at flashbacks. They're saying words that may not even be in the movie. The whole line in Infinity War trailer, this puts a smile on my face. That was not in the movie at all in Infinity War. This whole Endgame trailer, the whole toy leaks, we're probably focusing on some of the wrong stuff. We're going to be probably dead wrong about a lot. Us looking at the trailers for clues and answers, us looking at what the director's saying for clues and answers, it's pointless. I'm sorry to say, but it's pointless. The trailers, they're not there. They made it to where We can't figure out the movie through the trailers. The only point in the trailer is to get us excited, hyped up. Captain Marvel, even though we know Captain Marvel is going to be in the end game, they didn't reveal Captain Marvel until Captain Marvel came out. They did it at the same time. It was to hype us up. They did the first trailer. They waited and waited and waited on the first trailer. As long as they could. They waited and waited and waited on the name as long as they could. Everything is not designed at all to help us figure out what's going to happen in the movie. Everything that we know for a fact before the trailers, after the trailers, it's the same. We didn't learn any new information. Nothing. All of it is pointless. The best shot that we have at trying to figure out what's going to happen in Endgame is Captain Marvel, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Those 3 movies are our best shots. We need to be looking at these 3 movies. Not what the directors are saying, not what the trailers are showing. Look at these movies. What hints can we figure out from these movies? What connections can we put together? This is where the meat of the speculation is. Is there something going to have to be with the quantum realm? There was a big part on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Is the answer going to be through the quantum realm? Is Captain Marvel, is she going to help us through the quantum realm and figure it out? Because not because she's connected to the quantum realm. No, she's connected. She got her powers from the Tesseract, as we found out in Captain Marvel. What is her part? The quantum realm is important. Like, our best answers behind the scenes, the leaked pictures. We don't know if there's going to be time travel. There's most likely going to be some sort of time travel. We don't know what's going to happen. Our speculation based on the trailer, our speculation based on what the Russo brothers say, completely and utter useless. That's a waste of time. We need to look at Infinity War, we need to look at Ant-Man and the Wasp, and the new release Captain Marvel. And that's it. Nothing more to say. You can speculate what you want based on those, but if you have an idea based on what the trailer showed, you're probably going to be wrong. You're probably seeing what they want you to see. They want you to speculate. You might be right about that one small detail, but the big twist, the bigger twist, is something else. This is the Russo brothers. Okay? You based on the Russo brothers may tell you something, let you in on something, and then you may figure it out. Like, I'm not even sure they know everything. Like, they leaked a picture where you saw like the ladder where it was like in the shape of an A, and there was some other stuff, and then they just told you that this is a big hint. I highly doubt that was a hint. The ladder, the 2 Russo brothers sitting next to each other, the black and white, was it black and white? But the picture, but for weeks people were dissecting the picture. I'm not even sure there was even any point to it. Can you go back now and try to figure out what was in the picture? Like, people see 2 A's. Could it be Avengers Annihilation? Could it be that? Oh no, but it's Avengers Endgame. The Russo brothers are putting out stuff for us to speculate on certain things because that's what we do. They're purposefully getting our attention on something else. They are controlling what we see and what we think. They know how we think, how moviegoers think, how theorists think. Look at their behind the scenes for Infinity War and Civil War and the other movies. They know the trends of movies and everything else. They do things on purpose. The whole they're really good directors. They know how to divert our attention. Our best bet in trying to figure out what's in Endgame, I'm trying to speculate, is to not fall for their traps. They're setting up traps. They're setting up false targets. That's what they are, false targets for us to go to, for us to look at. We go to the false target, we're wrong. We need to try to identify. These are obvious things for us to pay attention to in the trailer. These are obvious things that they said that we pay attention to. Maybe, just maybe, they're diverting our attention from something else. And that's what I have to say. All of this speculation, the way we're doing it, how we're doing it on Avengers Endgame, it's pointless. Everything is just to hype up the movie. We're going to go in and we're not going to know anything except what we knew after watching Infinity War. That's it. Tell yourself, is there really any new information after Infinity War? Answer that question. Is there really any new information? You may not like to hear it. It's pointless.